We have no items on our agenda, but I know we do have an item to consider. Should we start with you, Mr. Cockrell?
Yes, I think based upon the health board meeting yesterday and the order this morning, we went ahead and approached Security Pro 24/7. They're the ones who provided help for the health department earlier in this pandemic, and by all counts have done a great job. So we have before you a new contract. It's got essentially the same language as the previous contracts. Clearly, the effective date beginning now would be beginning today, and it would run through December 15th. We've had a not to exceed amount of 25,000 in all the agreements we've had with them. So this one will have that not to exceed 25,000. The scope we left in this, and essentially we have all along left to the discretion of the health department and the health board on when they want them to do the inspections and how they want those things to operate. So this is a document that's clearly just supporting the health order and the health department's duties under that order. And so wanted to present it to you guys. I guess in my mind, it is, while a new contract, it's a continuing concept. So you guys could approve it today. And if you wish, I can bring it next week to ratify, or you can, however you want that handled. I typically would recommend we would bring it back because it wasn't posted on the website before the
meeting. All right. Ms. Rice, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Not to that, but I have a separate issue, a bid opening to discuss.
Oh, okay.
Today.
All right. Well, we'll get to that in a moment. Ms. Cottle, did you have anything you wanted to add on the Security Pro contract?
The only thing that I would add is that the board did request this. It proved very, very helpful to our department and our staff. So we can put those processes on how we might take complaints, but also businesses. The feedback that we received from the businesses last time was very good. Again, this is not intended to be punitive in any way, but to be a help to businesses. So to have people who are there who can assist businesses in gaining compliance if they have someone who is non-compliant. So it is intended fully to be a help to businesses and not to be punitive, but it is also extra sets of eyes for us to know what's going on.
Right. And with IU students coming back, the downtown area will become a hot spot again, I think, for Security Pro.
Yeah. Well, and if things improve and the regulations expire, then we won't need them, and we can return. I don't even want to use the word normal, but whatever that is.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make a motion that we approve the contract with Security Pro not to exceed amount of $25,000 with an expiration of December 15th.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. So comments, questions, Commissioner Jones?
No, just it worked beautifully before, and I expect it will again.
Commissioner Githens?
Yeah, I'd like to let folks know that this is in direct response to one of the comments that the public made yesterday at the health board meeting. And I just feel like, again, we're being responsive, we're being responsible, and trying to help businesses stay open. One of the people that spoke yesterday, I had some follow-up emails with him, and he's very happy, basically, with how the county is supporting people.
And if I might add, just after you guys passed the order for the mask guidance, we did get communication from the university that they're going to adjust their policy, and they'll be instructing that all IU students, faculty, staff, and visitors mask up indoors beginning August 5th. So I also had to follow up with some of the commenters on the Board of Health meeting, as I am assigned to the Board of Health. And the involvement that we had from the Board of Health, in fact, made for a better order. We made changes to our order based on their input. And that's why it's so crucial to, to take that public comment. We're not required to take public comment by Indiana law, but we always do. And you guys do, and the Board of Health does. And I think it's just crucial to have that interaction, because we do better work when we interact with our members of the public. And so along those lines with this agreement, Penny and I regularly talk to businesses and Security Pro as we rolled this out and tried to meet the needs that they have. And I'm happy to report, last go around, we only had to issue one fine to a business that just wouldn't comply. The rest of the businesses worked very hard to secure compliance, and Security Pro was a crucial member of our team. So I appreciate you guys taking, the leadership to pass this contract today.
Well, and I attend the Downtown Business Inc. Meetings, and yeah, we hear back from people that they're glad they have this support.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ms. Cottle, please let us know if there's anything else we can do. I know we raised this as a possible way to support the health order, but if there's anything else that we can do, just please don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us know, and we'll make it happen.
One thing I will say too, I had a couple people ask me or suggest that we require, instead of the mask requirement, kind of like New York with vaccination passports, and there's legislation in Indiana that prohibits us from doing that. So just to kind of make that clarification, we cannot do that.
Yeah. Great. All right, let's see if there's any public comment or questions on this. Jim Shelton. Good afternoon. There you are.
Good afternoon. Jim Shelton with the Chamber of Commerce. Just on behalf of the business community that we serve and represent, we certainly thank you for taking this step. It's a big help to deal with what's a problem in this town with so much turnover all the time. So thank you, Ms. Cottle, and thank you, commissioners. And thank you, legal.
Yeah, thank you. All right, anyone else? See anything in the chat? Chat to all panelists. And we do have the funding for this. Ms. Purdy has worked through our CARES funding to help make this happen. There you are.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And yes, we do.
Great.
We're all set.
Great. Excellent. And thank you to the council for making sure that we had this money to be able to put toward this. All right. With that, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the Security Pro contract?
Commissioner Thomas,
Yes.
Commissioner Jones,
Yes.
Commissioner Githens.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
Great. And we'll hear this again next week for ratification.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much. All right. Ms. Rice.
Yes, so we publicly noticed as required by law that we were accepting bids for the Monroe County Assessor's cyclical reassessment. And we received only one bid for that. So I'd like to read that to you guys today, and we will sure that this is publicly available to anybody who wants it. The bid was by Nexus Group, Property Tax Consultants, and they submitted a bid proposal for cyclical reassessment, annual trending, and related services. Nexus Group's proposed annual fee for the specified services is broken down as follows. It is the annual trending and ratio study of all property classes is $250,000. The field reviews of all parcels in specified property classes is $980,000. And the new construction for all parcels is $340,000. Now this goes over a period of years. The maximum total cost that they would charge Monroe County is $1,570,000. Now, as part of asking for these bids, we did have to submit how many parcels we have in across Monroe County. And we submitted that information. I can make this, and I will make this all publicly available and available to you. Of course, today we are not asking you to approve a contract. We're just asking to announce. We're just announcing that we received this one bid. So there it is. I will put this out for the public, get a copy to you, and at a future date, the assessor and I will come forward and ask for a services contract, because as you know, our county code requires all service contracts to be approved by you. State law allows service contracts to be, you don't have to typically bid those out, but because of this, there's a specific assessment provision of law that requires us to follow this process. So we have followed it, and we will be back to you with more information and a request to approve a contract.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rice. Okay, let's see if there's any other business for our work session. Does not appear to be any. Anything else from my colleagues? All right, with that, we are adjourned. Please get vaccinated. Be well.